We're here in Winnipeg, Manitoba at FortWhyte Farms, and today we're going to show you how to manage your chickens and how to manage the weather too.
This is our electric watering pail. We use it in the winter for our chickens. It's good up to -20, so the water for them doesn't freeze.
This bucket is the laying hens' food, and in it is grains, corns, and other nutrients that they need, and this is what they eat every day. Yeah.
The chickens get about 10 pounds of food in a hanging feeder, and that will be there all winter long. Some days there's extra food, and so I let them finish off the feeder and clean up the ground a little bit, and some days when I come in it's empty and I'll refill it to the top. We also give them a hanging feeder filled with oyster shell calcium grit, and that helps maintain the strength of their eggshells. Sometimes if I notice 1 or 2 eggshells are soft, I'll also add a little bit to their feed.
Chickens begin to lay eggs between 5 to 6 months, and they stop laying eggs within the three years.
An important part of coop management is also culling the birds. After 3 years, the egg production of the chickens decreases, and if you want to continue having eggs, you need to cull your birds and reintroduce new birds to the flock. So over the winter, we're going to have ideally about 25 birds in our coop, and that means we're going to have to cull the oldest chickens in our chicken coop.
Here, the chickens really need to have a big space so that they can roam around and meet their behavioral needs, like scratching and doing dust baths, which help keep them clean.
So because our chicken coop isn't that large, in the winter there can be a lot of problems if there's too many birds in the space. As we talked about before, ventilation is important and a heater is important, but chickens produce a lot of condensation when they're in a small space all winter long. So all of their poop and their breathing creates a lot of moisture, and the more chickens in the coop, the more moisture it is and the harder it is to manage that. The reason the moisture becomes an issue is because when freezing starts to occur, that moisture in the air in the chicken coop can freeze and actually cause frostbite in the chickens. This is our automatic chicken coop door that opens half an hour before the sun rises and closes half an hour after the sun sets. It's automatic and it's set to our longitude and latitude, so it adjusts automatically every day. So some of the ways that we manage our flock throughout the winter is by picking breeds of chickens that are better suited for our environment. That means that they have a small comb and small wattles, which are less susceptible to frostbite. And also some of our chickens have feathers on their legs and on their feet, so that almost acts like a pair of pants and boots. One of the breeds that we have here is Buff Cochin, and that they have really good winter protection.